No sound, huh? No sound, huh? All right, give me 1 second. All right, let me see if it's working. All right, yeah. See if it's working. Okay. I got sound on my side, so if you can't hear me, I'm not sure why, but I'll just check it's working on my side. But yeah, I hear what you're talking about. Something was up. So the water. So Shalom to elect Israel, to the hope for elect Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. Want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, led me to this truth. I've been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elected, to the hopeful elect. Lord, wouldn't be part of that number. Lord, wouldn't this be edifying to those who fear the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities? His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. The water for anybody coming in on comment board here and on after you, Akim and Yahawah, you sincere men and women of the Lord. Bahasham, Atham. And, also, a sincere salutation to all the men who have been doing this work, and staying occupied in prophecy. you know, and that's the main thing that we focus on, you know. And Jake, he has this mindset where, you know, he's in a mind of, you know, pride. He's got a prideful mindset, and you know, he thinks only about himself, but he expects like us to like think about him. Like why would we think about you, Jake? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would we, you know, try to comfort you? You're not here, you know, serving Yahawashi, you know. And this is why, you know, we don't just hang out with anybody. You know, we don't vibe with anybody, man. We're only doing this, you know, for like-minded, you know, believers. You know, and that's the problem, you know, with a lot of Jakes. That's why they can't ever come to the knowledge, because they don't understand the seriousness of what's about to happen. And even if you tell them about the danger, some of them still just be like, you know, they make jokes about it. Like, it's like they're mocking the Lord, and the Lord's going to deal with them people, man. You keep saying all that funny ass shit. This shit's really about to go down. Jake's still out here playing, man. So, you know, we've been hearing a lot about this whole thing dealing with, you know, you see the title, Biden to shut down 60% of America, Babylon the Great's electricity, and then the European Union passes a historic law. This is all prophecy, you know. So Lord willing, it's up to the flock. We're going to get into a couple other topics as well, a little bit of history, and, you know, we're going to get out of here. So President Biden just pledged to shut down 60% of America's electric power. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit of this. It says Biden administration made two virtue signaling proclamations at last week's COP28 conference in Dubai that says it will help save the planet from climate change. And see, that's what they're going to do. They're going to chime in and try to look like they're the saviors with this mark of the beast system. Okay, and they want a complete shutdown. Just like I was listening to Elder Amwan Gabar yesterday, Awakening 144. He was talking about how they're going to try to, you know, they're going to bring in chaos so they can bring in their system, and they're preparing for it. This is how they're preparing for it. They're going to say, we're going to shut down a whole bunch of energy, so when the grid goes off, you know, they have everything digital, and you have to go digital with them. They're going to say this is going to save the planet doing this digitally and doing it this way. It's better, efficient, energy efficient. We're not using no more gas and oils and stuff like that. You see, so there's not going to be no means to have not have an electric car and stuff like that. They're going to make you cross all the way over into this system. And Jake thinks it's just going to be like some one day of judgment or something, but like this is going to be, you know, it's going to be not a slow death, Jake. It's going to be a terrorizing time, and everybody's going to be looking for the prophets. And we're not going to tell you shit, Jake, because you didn't want to listen, you know? So the policies aren't likely to change the planet's temperature by even 1 to a tenth of a degree, but they might just destroy the 21st century American industrial economy as we know it. See, they want to crash, you know. First, Team Biden announced it will stop production of all new coal plants in the United States. This comes to the heels of President Biden's Environmental Protection Agency saying this year it would impose new power plant emission regulations that are virtually impossible for coal plants to comply with. See? The bottom line, no more coal, period. So they're gonna literally remake everything, man. They're gonna recreate everything, and it's gonna come up with this marked beast system that you're not gonna be able to buy and sell without that chip, man. And this is a very terrifying thing that's coming upon the earth. And Jake just talk about it like it's just some normal ass shit that's about to happen. You know? He doesn't understand that when he gets caught up in this shit. It talked about some people get tortured and think they get left for dead and be out there and get tortured again and left for dead and just over and over and over again. Lord gonna toy with some people out here, man. and then kill him, and then wake him back up and hit him with the missiles. Lord's not here to play around, man. And people think the Lord's just like some loving person. You know, they always say God is good, like, and they don't do nothing that the Most High says. You're gonna find it. You're gonna learn about the side that you know you don't want to know about them real soon. But going back to Esau, Edom, right? They're always trying to say they're trying to save shit. They ain't saved not one Jake. This whole damn time we've been here, they ain't ever saved us. They put us into slavery. All this shit they did, we know that they're up to no good. Ecclesiasticus, which is the book of Barak, chapter 14, verse 7, and if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. So whatever they tell you they're going to do for the good and the betterment of the people, he's going to show you at the end that it was for his wicked desires, his selfish desires. And that's the thing. That's why you got 2/3 of our people that are selfish, because they think like the so-called white man. The so-called white man is a selfish man. You know, he doesn't care about the livelihood of others or what everybody else going on. He just want everybody to think about what he's got going on, and everybody, you know, do what he wants, you know. And that's why Jake's like that. That's why, you know, Jake threw. He doesn't understand that this is going to be a time like never before. Matthew chapter 24, verse 21, this is Yahawashi speaking. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor never shall be, nor ever shall be. You know, this is going to be a time that's never, it's going to be the most horrific, most bloody, you know, judgment ever. And just going to be peace forever after that. That's how bad it's going to be. The wicked's about to be blotted out forever. Like, you know, they're finna be through. And then they're going to wake up and go into slavery. This just the beginning of their sorrows, you know, for real, like for real. They're going to die. They're going to come back into slavery with the, you know, starting with Amalek, first descendants, the Rothschilds, you know, just like my elder was talking about yesterday, you know, Esau, Edom is so-called white man. He came out rednecks. The Rothschilds is the, you know, their whole symbol is the Rothschilds, the red shield. The red shield, yeah, you know, and that's the first descendants. You know, they're all letting you know they're Esau. You know, we're trying to get ready for this time coming. And just like it said, just in the precept before this, verse 20, and talk about how not to, you know, pray that your flight not be in the winter. You know, like if all this shit happened in the middle of the wintertime, the fucking grid gets shut down, all that shit happened, everything gets fucking changed over, you out there, it's gonna be a tough time. Anything in the winter is a tough time, man. Jake think he just gonna be in the house with the damn heater on or something during, you know, Jacob's trouble. This is not fucking happening, man. You're gonna be the fuck out there. You're all gonna be out there. Ain't nobody gonna have no job. Ain't nobody gonna have no house. Everybody gonna be terrified. You know, other than the hopeful elect. It's the Lord willing we get the elect, because we're not terrified because we know it's coming. Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7 allows for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. See, he's going to save out the elect. That's why we try to be that number to the best of our ability. We try to be that image, you know, but it really comes down to if you were chosen since the dawn of time, you know, but the elect are going to be doing something. They're going to be doing certain things, you know, they're going to be watching, you know, for one, and they're going to be serving Yahawashi with patience. So this is NATO ally fears Russian invasion and possible defensive war. So now, you know, they're basically saying that, you know, they're starting to get scared of this system, this BRICS nations, okay, that's going to get ran by Russia. They're starting to fear that. They're starting to see like, damn, they're actually getting their shit together, you know. And you know, I didn't want to read too much about it. You know, it's just showing that, you know, they're worried. Okay, they're not just acting like nothing's finna go down. They're worried, bro. They know that, be playing offense. Esau's usually out there, calling the shots. He's not going to do it this time. So I want to show a little bit why they fear him, because it says in the scriptures that he's going to fear him, and they're also fearing, the people who are with them, like Iran, which is basically, the Persians, or Iran is the Persians. So we're going to look up this word. We're going to look up this word and show you, that they formed an alliance, not too long ago. I want to grab something out of the blue letter real quick. Give me a sec. It's loading up. Hold on. Let me just go to the precept. Isaiah. (13:17). And it reads, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Okay, their bows shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon," talking about America, Babylon the Great, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It's going to be the nuclear destruction, man. This whole place is going to be on fire. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. You see, this place is finna be laid flat, and Jake's still thinking about making it here, and it's almost to that point to where the Lord's finna bring this judgment, man. So when you look up that word Medes, right, it basically means like middle land. But I'm gonna just show a little bit of history on the Medes and show you, the Medo-Persian Empire, which is basically Russia and Iran they were mingled together last time old Babylon was taken down. Okay. So Medea or Medes or Medai means middle land. Land inhabited. Okay. No, it says land inhabited by the descendants of Japheth. Okay, you had Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Shem later became the Israelites. Japheth, it's like, they became, some of them mingle with the Edomites, whatnot, just like everybody else. But see, we're not all the same, Descendants of Japheth located northwest of Persia. See, proper. That's talking about Iran and Persia. South and southwest of the Caspian Sea, east of Armenia and Assyria. Okay, the west and northwest of the Great Salt Desert of Aram. And basically Babylon today is the modern day Egyptians or the modern day Assyrians. You look up, about, the Russians and Iran joining together. This is what you come about right here. Okay. It says the Russians and other European, Eastern Europeans have another biblical nation associated with them. The Medes, the Medes and Persians were an alliance of two nations between 600 and 334 BC. Herodotus mentions, it's like if I said his name wrong, that they had colonies in the Eastern Europe around 400 BC. The Medo-Persians, the Medo-Persian Empire basically were defeated by Alexander the Greek in 334. When you look at the statue of Daniel, that was the bronze. Alexander the Greek, when they say great, but we say Alexander the Greek over here. Okay, that's when the Greek Empire took over. but they were first, or they were second. Medo-Persians, they were the silver on that statue, and then you got America, or not America, but you got Babylon, old Babylon, which is in Iraq, okay? And they were the gold, you know? And we're at the bottom of this statue right now, okay? And the Lord's forming back this alliance of Russia and Iran and these other people, and that he's done it recently. Because you see right here, about 9 years ago, Russia and Iran began formal cooperation with each other. So they didn't start really getting into this, coming back to this Medo-Persian kind of formation until only 9 years ago, especially in the area of military development. Lord said in Joel chapter 3, verse 10, beat your plowshares and the swords. That's what they're doing. Okay. The symbol of the Russia is the bear, see? Which is the same animal used to describe the Medo-Persian Empire in ancient times in Daniel chapter 7, verse 1 through 10. The bear in Daniel has one side raised up. In the ancient times, Persians had a stronger control of this alliance. In modern times, the Medes, Western Russians, see, have the upper hand. They are raised up. Lord said he would put hooks into their jaws. In Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 4, which means he's turning them back to that Soviet Union again. He's giving them their power. He's raising them up to destroy America, Babylon the Great. When these nations agreed upon formal cooperation, it was bringing back this ancient alliance. See, it's happening again. What shall happen once it'll happen again? You see? So that's how we know that this is how we know this is who's going to destroy America, Babylon the Great. But ultimately, it's going to be Yahawashi, because he said he's going to make Satan cast out Satan. He's using these damn Edomites to do the shit. Okay. So we're going to keep going. Just wanted to put a little history and show that while they're struggling and fearing Russia, this is what they're fearing about Iran. They're worried about Iran. So Iraq, and where's Iraq? Iraq is where the small hats are hiding out. Okay, that's where a lot of them are hiding out. The big banking companies, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, a lot of them are hiding out there in old Babylon because they know no new Babylon is going to get destroyed. Okay, which is over here. So they don't be over here like that. They just run wickedness from that point. Like they control everything. All the movement and whatnot goes in is heavy in America, Babylon the Great. So Iraq scrambles to contain fighting between U.S. troops and Iran-backed groups, fearing Gaza's spillover. Right. So as you see, everything's coming to a point to where, you know, this World War III is going to happen, but the mark of the beast is going to come first. There's going to be civil unrest. There's going to be just civil wars in America, you know. We're trying to warn Jake, but Jake don't want to talk about that. He wants to just do other shit, you know. So dozens of attacks on U.S. military facilities by Iran-backed factions in Iraq over the past 2 months. The Israel-Hamas war have forced Baghdad into a balancing act that's becoming more difficult by the day, and just kind of goes in. Iran holds considerable sway in Iraq, and a coalition of Iran-backed groups brought Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani to power in October 2022. At the same time, there are some 2,000 U.S. troops in Iraq under the agreement with Baghdad, mainly to counter the militant Islamic State group. Okay, so America, Babylon the Great's already over there fighting Iran. Okay, they're already getting into it. Okay, and that's what's being shown. Like they formed this alliance 9 years ago to come across and bring across, you know, this fight, you know, to this place. So I want to also, you know, they said that they had a peace treaty right? They said that they had a ceasefire. Well, since then, it says violence escalates between Israel and Lebanon's Hezbollah, which is based Iran. It's an Iran-backed militia. The elders and apostles said there's not going to be there. It's not going to cease. Okay, the way they don't know peace. There's not going to be no peace. Like, we're not going back to a peaceful world. Okay, this place is going to be destroyed. We're not going back to a peaceful America, Babylon the Great. It's going to be utterly destroyed, and it's going to be get worse and worse as we go on in time. It's not going to get better. The only thing that's going to be better is that the rulership of the wicked is going to be through, and the righteous are going to rule, and then there's going to be peace, but not for the wicked. The wicked are not going to get peace. They're going to go into slavery for 1,000 years, and then everybody on the planet is going to watch Esau Edom get burned alive right here on this planet where he's doomed forever. We're going to get out of here, Lord willing, and we believe that. We believe that because you don't do the will of the Lord if he don't want you to. We've been doing it. So Isaiah chapter 48, verse 22, there is no peace, saith the Lord, unto the wicked. They don't get no peace. Right? So we'll just, keep it simple. And this is why, part of why we know they're going to get judged. Psalms chapter 7, verse 11, the Most High, which is Yahawah, judgeth the righteous, right? And how does he judge the righteous? He gives them mercy. We want mercy from the Lord. We don't want to make the Lord angry and him bring his judgment upon us. We want him to give us mercy. So we're doing what he told us to do. And the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. Every day he's been, he's had this anger, okay, that he's about to unleash on everybody that thinks he's playing around, man. And he's getting it ready. Okay? EU passes historic law that will impact the entire world. This is highly significant and to be wholeheartedly commended. What does it mean commended? What does that mean? I'm going to show you. They're basically saying praise formally or officially, present as suitable or approval for or acceptance, recommended. And to us, how I look at it is basically we wholeheartedly accept the fact that, that they're coming together to do the Lord's will. Like this is acceptable for prophecy. This has to play out for things to happen. Okay. And they're doing it. I'm going to show you what this means, what they're doing. Okay. The Lord wants them to do this. The European Union, right? That's part of the beast system. You got the United Nations, NATO, and the EU. That's part of the beast. That's part of the seven-headed system that rules the earth. And Esau Edom leads that. Okay. So the European Union has passed a law that criminalizes some of the most serious forms of environmental damage, although the text of the law does no side, right? We're going to look that word up in a second. Its preamble says that it intends to criminalize cases comparable to ecocide, basically is what that says, Salakia. Okay? The law is part of a growing global movement, formally ban polluting companies from harming our planet, okay? So they're saying the Mexican government was the latest to propose a law which, if it passes, would see Mexico join Vietnam, Russia, Ukraine, and France, and all which have criminalized ecocide, which is all of them. They've all criminalized. And who's going to be the number one? Who's going to get the fingers they're going to point at? They're going to point at America, Babylon the Great. Ecocide is broadly understood to mean the mass damage and destruction of ecosystems, severe harm to nature, which is widespread or long term. What are those? Ocean damage. They did a lot of that, right? Polluted the waters, right? All this shit they've done. Deforestation. What they do? They built a whole bunch of cities and to cut all the trees down, put rocks in all different places. Okay, that's what Esau did. Deforestation. Esau's going to get pointed out for all this. They're going to point the fingers at him. Land and water contamination. This is all the shit that they do. Like, you know, it says oil spills. See, all that kind of shit. They're not saying America Babylon the Great right now, but when this fully comes into act, they're all going to look at America Babylon the Great like this is all the fuck they do. See, you know, chemicals, okay? They're fucking shit up. Agricultural pollution, river systems, all this shit is jacked up. Insect populations are seriously affected, right? Air pollution. What they do, they put chemtrails in the air. Esau be doing that shit, man. Nuclear weapons. Who has the most? America Babylon the Great. Everybody's going to point at this place, man. Every crime that you've seen on this thing, America Babylon the Great is number one at doing it. Okay? This is why we know this is part of prophecy. They're starting to figure out like these motherfuckers is devils. You know, the other nations are starting to look at Esau and it's like, these people are some devils, man. They gotta go. We evil too, but we learn how to be wicked from them. And this is why this is happening right now. They're gonna get pointed out. And that's why it said Ukraine was one of those. But who funds Ukraine? America Babylon the Great. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. All those things that you've seen popping up on the eco side list, those are the ones that we see. Okay, this damn devil doing human trafficking, all types of shit. Okay, selling Jake organs, all types of stuff, man. Like it gets way worse than that. And this devil, basically, we keep letting this motherfucker rule, the Lord keep letting his ass rule. Like it's gonna be damn child sacrifice, gonna be motherfucking the normal out here. Like that's what they don't understand. Like this devil is wicked, man. Okay, you do that shit right in your damn face. You know, they're demons. Okay, they're not here for no bullshit. Okay, they're here to be wicked. Jake think he just, you know, he saw even so-called white man some nice guy. He's not, man. And this is all going to lead to them doing this. Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, United Nations, NATO, and the EU, okay, these shall hate the whore, right? Who's the whore? America, Babylon the Great, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. And who's going to be running it? Like I said, I will stir up the Medes against them. The Medo-Persian Empire, he's stirring them up right now. They came together 9 years ago for this purpose. And they're just about ready, man. Okay, they're going to destroy this place. But first, they got to do what? They got to hate this place. They got to have reason to get at America, Babylon the Great. And they got a whole list of stuff. And they're going to get her ass because it's behind Yahawashi behind it. So this is Revelation chapter 18, verse 10, and the whole world's gonna know, because when these missiles hit this motherfucking place, all the merchants and all the people who's making money off this place they're gonna be sad and crying and weeping because they're all just some demons and all they give a fuck about is the bag. But standing afar off for the fear of her torment. Let me start at 9. It says, and the kings of the earth, right, that beast system, who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. This is talking about America, Babylon the Great. This place is going to be burning. Okay, fire and brimstone. Verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon. Wherever place you ever talk about, they say it was great like America, Babylon. Nowhere. You know, this was like the excellence of the Chaldeans, the so-called white man. This was like his prized possession, this damn shithole that the Lord's about to turn into a dirt clod, right? That mighty city, for in 1 hour thy judgment come. It's gonna be, man, it's gonna be so fucking quick, but you're gonna feel like it was forever. You get caught up in this judgment, you can think that it was the longest judgment you ever got. It's not gonna be like an ass whooping from dad. Okay, we're talking about this is the ass whooping from the power of the universe, you know, from the true Father. This is gonna be a real ass whooping, man. Verse 11: and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth her merchandise anymore. See, that's all they crying about. They wasn't even crying about, oh, the deaths of the people in there. No, they crying because they can't get back no more. That's why I said the love of money is the root of all evil, man. You think these people, you know, the Lord dealing with them? No, he's angry with these type of people every day. Revelation chapter 17, verse 17. And why they doing it? For the Most High put in their hearts, which is their mind, la'ab, in the Hebrew means heart, or and it basically means your mind, to fulfill this will and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, and to the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. So they gave themselves unto the beast. But what's being fulfilled? He's going to make them hate the whore and leave her desolate. That's what we see coming up next. You see? We see that coming. And they're doing all types of stuff to make sure it plays out. We're going to show you two more. I got two more articles, and then we out of here. U.S. This is another one just to show that these people are coming together and literally lying to each other, man. That's what they do. They're liars. Okay, they're going to try to make it look like they're in some agreement, but we're going to prove that this is going to be basically some mischief what they're about to do. So, U.S. to share missile secrets with China under new proposal, right? They're going to come together and they're going to tell each other how many nukes they got. They're going to basically get together to lie. Like, that's what these people do. They have councils and they come together to make up a lie, okay? That's what they do every time. They don't come together and say, well, let's tell the truth this time. No, they're never going to tell the truth. It says Satan was the father of lies. They're going to lie every time. They're never going to tell you the truth. Right? Job 13, verse 4, but ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. And that's what they do. They have these little meetings and they want to talk about sharing secrets, and they're going to go there and they're going to both forge lies. That's what's going to happen. You know? That's basically what it is. So, you know, we don't got to read too much into it. You know, they're over there looking at each other like, yeah, you know, they, you know, this is all a show, man. You know, neither one of those men are in control. Yahawashi control their ass. It's all a show for the elect, wherever they're at, to know that he's coming back. That's all it is. Now we're going to go to Obadiah 1, verse 7. And while that's all going on, they're about to do some things where you're going to know that this place is going down. This last article I got. But Obadiah chapter 1, verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. See, they're going to deceive America, Babylon the Great. They're going to claim to share secrets and help them out, you know, right? So they have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is none understanding in him. Basically saying, you know, they tricked him, you know, and he's not going to see it coming. Edom not going to see it coming. You know, they set up traps for him, you know, and one of those traps is, you know, basically within their own system. America, Babylon the Great destroying themselves. Okay, and they know what they're doing. Like I said, they're gonna want to bring this chaos, and they're allowing, just like the elders always talk about, these immigrants who's coming in here and doing all this, just coming in here and living and getting in here without nothing, just walking through this motherfucker. They say that some of them is Hamas, some say that some of them don't know what they're doing at all. Some of them is here, that's, UN troops, whatnot, right? Well, they're trying to help that come to more pass. Yesterday, it said legislators seek to utilize non-citizens for military and police, despite pushback. So they want to bring these motherfuckers in here and put them in the military and the police. What do you think they're going to do, man? You're gonna put them in here, and then they're going to give them weapons. You think nothing's going to happen? We just all the brothers talking about that movie, Leave the World Behind, and it was a good point that the elder made, was talking about. He was talking about basically that's what it's about. They want you to leave this idea of America behind and come join the New World Order. Okay, that's what they're basically saying. Come join this, what we got set up. Okay. Says House Bill 3751 allowing certain non-citizens with work permits who are deferred action of childhood arrival recipients to be police officers passed the Illinois General Assembly with bipartisan support during the spring session. The measure had the backing of the Fraternal Order of Police. They're all in on this. Okay. Now, U.S. Senator Dick Durbin, D. Illinois, wants the same for the U.S. military through a measure brought forward by Illinois U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth. Because you know why? Because they don't have enough troops. And basically, they want them to come in here and attack Americans. They want them to come in here and attack people. Because it's the judgment of the Lord. Like, see, he said, hold on, we'll read just a little bit more. As known as the Enlist Act, was introduced July 19, remains in the U.S. Senate Committee of the Judiciary. If it says, if you are undocumented person, if you're an undocumented person in this country, which means you don't got a license, you're not on one never got on no birth certificate, you just walked in this hole, right? And you can pass the physical and the required test, background test alike, then you can serve in our military. If you do it honorably, we'll make you citizens of the United States, right? What do you mean do it honorably? This place is built off honor. This place is built off deceit, lies, treachery, robbery, murder, pillage, rape. And see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to tell you. They know what they're doing, man. Okay? They're finna bring swift judgment to this place. Esau, you're always going to use Esau even to bring swift judgment to 2/3 of Jake. And most of 2/3 of Jake is out here. But Jake is everywhere. Just like my elder was talking about yesterday. They're everywhere. Jake everywhere. And a lot of 2/3 Jake, you can tell kind of how they are. Like me and the elder was watching a video, and it was like this Iranian looking guy. He looked like he was, with Palestine or whatever. They were all rapping like in a different language, but he sounded like Jake, like he was rhyming. They looked like a bunch of Jake. They had curly hair and stuff. They just didn't know that they was Jake, man. They was probably Jake. Jake looked like everybody. We're all over the place. There ain't not one place that Jake ain't in there. That's why swift judgment is going to happen across the whole earth. But mainly America, Babylon the Great's going to see the worst of that. Okay, Lord saving this place for last. Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 7, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. That's what we're seeing. When they're utilizing non-citizens for military and police. Okay, they're literally showing they finna do what they do, what these movies is talking about. This place finna get set up. And they're gonna try to issue in that new world order and come in like a flood and try to destroy Israel. And the Lord's gonna lift up a standard, man. He's gonna lift up a standard, and it's not gonna be one that everybody's expecting, except the hopeful elect, And hopefully we are of the elect. We get saved out of here. So shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. Want to give all praises to Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi. Got to give all praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone, led me to this truth, and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord, willing to be part of that number. Lord, willing this be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. The water for tuning in. Yahawashi, Atham. And Lord willing, we'll be at exalted name. Yahawashi yet another day. And we're going to keep moving in the spirit, you know. We're going to keep watching these times. And Lord willing, you know, we stay in this truth so we don't get caught like lacking like everybody else, 2/3 of Jake. Because the heathens are supposed to get caught lacking. You know, Jake's the only one that can wake up. So Lord willing, we stay a part of those, you know, that good seed of Yahawashi, the true worshipers. So Kwam Yasharala Shalom.